Hello, welcome to another tonalist landscape oil painting demonstration. This is your painter in residence. I'm Francis McCarthy, and the painting I'm bringing you today is called Hillside Afternoon. I painted this last week, maybe the week before, and it's, it's recent because I'm working on this yellow ochre, which it's been very interesting. I got started with that on the study after Sergeant we did. It's up in the channel. You can find that a couple weeks back. And I really liked it. I knew when I was looking at that I didn't think I could pull it off on the red. So there I devised a way to do a yellow ochre. And then I stopped in at the paint store, got me a little tester pot. You can get little tester pots of any color there. And not any color is going to work for, landscape painting. Now, maybe other types of things. I'd say yellow ochre. That's probably as yellow as I'd go. And then, raw sienna, burnt sienna, burnt umber. If you look at this channel, say around 2017-18, I was working on very dark burnt umber toned boards that were textured, and I did lots of paintings that way. Quite a lot of that ended up in the members area because for a while I was going live. Oh, members area, by the way, is full of real-time videos, hundreds and hundreds of them, which is great because you can play them a little faster and have them on in the background as you are painting. And I don't know, sometimes I think the best tips and tricks come out there, but anyway, we'll try and lace them on you in this video today. Let's see. Well, we're working with burnt umber as a drawing color, and it looks like I did juice it up with some kind of red. I'm not sure, maybe it was burnt sienna, or maybe I juiced it up with a little bit of crimson. It looks good though, and I'm always changing that a bit, my drawing color. Depending on the scene, now this is a very warm scene, and in general, we haven't talked too much about, and I haven't thought that much about it in a conscious way, but I tend to very much favor warm tones for my paintings. It's unless I'm doing something that's a blue toned or blue themed or monochromatic. I'm generally working on a warm ground color, and in general I'm working with warm tones. Yeah, a big exception is of course my use of ivory black. Ivory black is it's a cool tone, but it gets on really well with the earth pigments. And my personal theory is it's because it is one of those. It's bone black. It's from burnt bones. Okay, someone pulled the burnt bones out of the fireplace and started drawing on a cave wall. That's how old that pigment is. And yes, you could draw with just the charcoal. That's another color altogether. That's vine black. I haven't worked with that in oil paint. I haven't even seen it in oil paint. I do have a little a pot of pigment of vine black, and that's I've only used that with tempera. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going off on my tangents here, but it's just a middle of the week video, so tangents ahoy. The bone black is awesome, and there's one thing I was thinking about this. Distinguishes me and what I'm doing from most people teaching painting here on the old YouTubes is my embrace of the black. And I'll tell you why. I mean, when I came up, all of my education was stay away from black. Oh, make your black chromatic, otherwise your paintings are gonna suck. Stuff like that. And of course, not knowing any better, I just made my dark with my I settled on phthalo green and alizarin crimson as a way to make my black. It's a very nice chromatic dark color, but it definitely has massive purple, greenish purple overtones. It's not very flat, and I did manage to pull off toneless looking work with it, but something was always a little off, and it wasn't until I really started thinking about what the tonalists were using, and none of them were making their their black out of phthalo green and alizarin crimson, you know. Now another option is the ultramarine and the burnt umber. That's very common as well. So I know all the tricks, you know. And sure, yeah, that will give you a nice dark. It will be not as sort of impregnated with chroma as the phthalo green, alizarin crimson mix, but it's going to have a lot of blue undertone. And now the moderns will teach you that all shadows are cool, and that's not true. Shadows change color depending on the circumstances of the lighting around them. Whoa, hey, it's my book coming up. Okay, we'll pick up. You know what? I'm so proud of this book, and I am happy to ship it to you anywhere on the planet. I think you'll like it. It contains, you know, condensed. It's very, very condensed with knowledge from my first 13 years of painting and my journey of discovery. And this thing we're talking about with the black is just part of that. Just one of the things I figured out because I wanted to paint. When I first decided I just wanted to paint landscapes. And so I kind of tried doing it digitally because I was used to painting in the computer. I did that for a living. I didn't like that. That didn't work out. I mean, you could use the the rubby tool. You know, people do that and make paintings. And yeah, I did a few, and some of them were okay, but it got me thinking, well, nah, the real world is where I'm going to have to do this. And so I started working on oil painting. And, you know, honestly, I just grabbed some brushes and some paint and took some photos and did my best to, you know, copy the photos and paint. And I did that for a while. And, of course, you know, studying. And I've talked about it many times. I feel like Stapleton Kern's blog was awesome. You should go check it out. Just type in Stapleton Kern's blog, go back to the oldest posts, and just start reading. And you're going to get a full education in painting there. I would say, you know, I mean, what's different is that because that's the written word, you can actually see what's going on. The problem with the videos a lot of times is you don't know what topic I'm addressing in what video, but I'm sure I've covered all the same sort of ground as Stapleton. But he got me started back, you know, 15, 16 years ago now. Yep. And it was great. And he was one of the first people that pointed me towards tonalism. And then I had a trip to the De Young Museum in San Francisco and saw my first, you know, Ines in real life and things. And then I was off, and I was trying to figure out now what Stapleton is not really paint like a tonalist, but he did give you some sort of clues. People will give you clues when they talk about it, but they don't talk about that black. You need black. To me, if you want to, like here, we're using, actually, funny enough, we just come around to where that is black, but it's not just black. I mix that with burnt umber, and that's real common for me these days to mix my black with burnt umber, which, if you think about it, I mean, isn't massively different than mixing blue with burnt umber. The reason I mix the black with the burnt umber is, first of all, the drawing. Second of all, I happen to like warmth in my darks, and some warmth. You know, you want to strike a balance. The ivory black is a very, very cool tone. So if you're just going in there with, you can get away with it. And I think lots of masters did. They didn't worry about it. They went in there and put the dark. In general, though, it's nice to hold back from that darkest dark if you can. And that's one thing the modern teachers of painting, I think, are correct about. It's good to hold back a little. I honestly don't worry too much about that because I know what areas I want really dark. And I was doing a painting this morning, and I think one thing I do that a lot of painters out there aren't really doing is I got more contrast. I have more dark in my darks. I'm not afraid of it, and I like it, and that's where we're going, you know. If I wanted to fit in a little better, that's the first thing I would address is like probably take away that ivory black, eh? Anyway, I think ivory black's key. And now one of the, in fact, this painter, I was watching his video, and he uses ivory black, but he says when he teaches, he doesn't. And I do understand that because people will misuse it. And you can make any color hideous with ivory black in a hurry. and you can punch big old holes in your canvas or board, visual type holes, not real holes, with that black. It's just so dead and cold. But in the hands of somebody who knows what they're doing, it's awesome. And my feeling is, though, instead of like with my students, I just tell them what's up with the black. I mean, so this is what we do with the black, and what I do is maybe I encourage them, just use it to make that mic screen. That's the only thing you need it for. I would, if you took it away from me for every other purpose, I would. Well, okay, there's two things I use the ivory black for. The mic screen, gotta have it. That's acrylite yellow and ivory black. And that's always on my palette because I can modify that 12 ways to Sunday to get the kinds of greens I want. Yeah, quickly and easily. And they're all natural, unlike the sort of greens you're going to get. Imagine a green in this painting that was made with yellow and blue. It just wouldn't look right. Okay, that's number one. Number two is it's the color killer. Use it for its cool color killing possibilities. All that's in the book. And I'm sure I'm touching on a lot of that in this video. I waited for the M. Francis McCarthy oil painter channel member faithful to get this far in the video. Just to remind you I keep saying Sunday, maybe it's Saturday. When I normally it's my Sunday, I always put up a video, so it's probably your Saturday. The Matthews study. Did I say? It is. It's a study after Matthews. It's coming up. I'm really proud of it. And now it's going to be real teachy, but it's not full out teachy. I'm going to talk about what's going on here at the end. I used some of the skills in this video that I developed for the video lessons that I was rolling out that I pretty much bailed on, and we're not even going to get into that, the reasons why. You can over perfect things, and you can over perfect a painting, and you can over perfect a presentation. I think it's better to just do things, get it done, get it out there, and do the next thing. And that was the approach I took on the Matthews. So I've got the palette up there, and I've got the reference up there, and I've got the painting up there, and a nice background thing. And there are, but some of the things I would have had in my full-out videos that I think are nice would be subtitles, a little second subtitle where the name of each color comes out, things like that. But by the way, those videos will be made available again. I just got to figure out how to do it. I'm just a painter, folks. I'm trying to make it in the real world, just like the rest of you. Anyway, you're going to love the Matthews thing. And if you're a supporter of the channel, consider donating a little something. There'll be a button underneath in the description area where you can click on that. They can give me $10 or $500 or $50 or $20. There's a lot of options there. I'm hoping somebody will take advantage of that. But if they don't, actually, I hope enough people take advantage of it to justify the amount of time that I had to spend in it without the frills. Because if it ends up being absolutely no one, then I'll know not to bother. Yeah, so anyway, I appreciate you watching me paint this. I think this is a nice little painting, and like so many, I could see places where I could have pushed this painting further. Lately, I've really been of a sort of mindset to just leave things alone, just let them look like a painting and be a little rough. And that's what I did here. So I hope you enjoyed watching me put this together. And until I come back with another video for your edification and enjoyment, do me a favor, do me a solid. Take good care of yourself, your family, all your loved ones. Stay out of trouble. And God bless you and your family. Fight the power.